Hey Lucha, great question. So you said, if I had a childhood with a beautiful family, how do I know the wound? One of the first things to understand is you have way more than your inner child. You have many, many, many parts of you. And that's why people have bipolar. That's why people have ADHD and all sorts, because it's a part of them that is acting in a certain way. And when we look at inner child work, a lot of people will say to me, I had a great childhood. Those clients that I work with, genuinely, they have the most trauma. And I'll tell you honestly, I've worked with so many people that were so protected as a child, and they then go on to meet narcissists and they then get into abusive relationships, because the problem is the child within that was so protected, so loved, so nourished, so adored, never got to experience life. One of the most important things to understand and to unpick is to look at what is happening in your life right now. Okay, Lucia? So whatever is happening for you is a part of you believes that's how reality should be. So if I say to you that 4-year-old LK in me is absolutely amazing and incredible, she is so loving, she is so wonderful, and there's nothing wrong with LK. I've worked with her for the last 5 years of my life. What I'm working with is 7-year-old me. 7-year-old me is the version of me that was on the military bases, that was tested on, that had all sorts of electric shocks given to me and had awful, awful things happen to me. So it wasn't my inner child at 4 that has any issues, but 7-year-old me has problems. And I work with Jez. He's a beautiful little boy inside of me, and I've just started working with him very recently. And I'll also say to you, when we look at your wounds, if you've got bullying that's happening in your adult life right now, well, that's not going to be your inner child. That's going to be 11 or 12-year-old you. So 11 or 12-year-old you would need reparenting and would need work. And I'll say honestly, if you have lost anybody and you've had tremendous grief, so if you've lost a brother or you've lost a sister or you've lost a partner, trauma creates the separation and creates a separate identity. I'll give you an example. I started working with someone really recently, and there is 32-year-old her whose husband died. And she is still beset with grief, and it is 6 years on, and she's tried everything. And what I did with her was I got her to meet 32-year-old her. And that's what I teach people. And that's why I show it for you guys, because yes, you may have had a really beautiful, gorgeous childhood, but what was it like when you were 7? And just listen to these numbers. What was it like when you were 7? What was it like when you were 9? Did anything happen at 12? Did anything happen at 15? Did anything happen at 19? Did anything happen at 22? And just in this video, sit back and think about all the significant points in your life. And from my perspective, to energetically heal us, we have to sort out energy distortions in our timeline. And we do that by coming from today, and we work in the quantum field, and we go back to that version of us. And one of the most beautiful things about internal family systems is you learn, and I can teach you how to interview that part, because what that part of you needs, they need to tell you their story from what they saw, from what they experienced, not your version of what you think happened. Because you may look back at your childhood, and I see this so often, life was great, life was amazing, life was brilliant. When you look back at your age, yes. But how about it's possible to talk to 4-year-old you, and 4-year-old you is the version of you that remembers it all. Or like me, 7-year-old me remembers being on those military bases. I don't remember it. But since I've been talking to 7-year-old Jez is telling me everything. He remembers the white van. He remembers being kidnapped from school. He remembers all the sorts of things that went on. And that's the beauty and the power of internal family systems. And if you can learn to do it, if you want to work with me, I would absolutely love to teach you that there's more than your inner child. But if you are wanting inner child, I've got 2 amazing courses that you can do. Very simple. And I teach you inner child work, how I did it. Because all I did was I showed up for my inner child every single day. And I've made it easy and showed you exactly how you can do it too. I believe if you're finding this video, there is a reason. And I show up for you guys genuinely because I want you guys to have the freedom that I do in my life by finding the balance and harmony of both and all parts of you. Anyway, I hope this helps. I hope this answers your question, because so many of my clients tell me, yeah, but I had a great life from your perspective. But I tell you, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, near 9-year-old you, they've got a different story and they need you to listen to them. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Bye-bye.